2006, a time when Brazilian Roberto Carlos was the best left-back in the world, and France's Thierry Henry was so good he didn't even need to use his hands. The two met in a quarter-final when Carlos did something that lost the game for Brazil, sent them tumbling out of the competition and left him looking like a spanner.
Henry was absolutely at his best, you know. Carlos was supposed to be marking him.
Let's take a closer look. Here is a very good striker. Here is the world's best left-back. Now, what's the last thing he should be doing? Yeah, that's right, tying his shoelaces.
Henry's there! Thierry Henry for France!
What was Roberto Carlos thinking? You're marking Henry, one of the best players in the world, and you're tying your shoelaces.
And watching the whole thing unfold, it was a very simple tap-in for Henry.
Well, a lot of people in Brazil also think, what the hell happened there?
Henry comes round the back post, absolutely unmarked. And straight into the roof of the net.
A lot of people crucified him for that.
It's OK, he wasn't actually crucified, but he did take the blame for Brazil's exit and failure to defend their title. If only he'd gone for the Velcro.
We were going to have a website where you could vote online for your favourite World Cup shocks, but unfortunately, Peter couldn't get the hang of the computer.
Ask any England player about their quarter-final against Cameroon in 1990, and they'll tell you that the unknown Africans were not being taken lightly. No, sir.
We certainly didn't underestimate the Cameroons.
Cameroon were a very good side.
We knew that they were a very good side.
So we didn't underestimate them at all.
That's the official line, but the footage from inside the tunnel before the game tells a different story. Look at him. It looks like party time.
Plenty of smiles among the England players. They looked very relaxed when they came out.
I think the English players probably thought almost amounts to a bye. You know, it's sort of, let's just play it. We're bound to win. Might be a bit tricky. They're probably fit, but we're gonna win.
Cameroon in that World Cup added a bit of spice and a bit of magic because no one even thought they'd ever win a game or even score a goal.
And soon the expected goal fest began with David Platt's header.
He's done it again!
Semi-finals, here we come. But 15 minutes into the second half, Cameroon forgot that this was supposed to be a walkover for England.
The referee says penalty.
We gave a silly penalty away.
With a little shuffle, scores!
England were taken aback, and just 4 minutes later, they were taken apart.
Miller makes it look so easy, a kick in! And Cameroon lead!
Now, only one team was going to the semis, and it wasn't England.
Suddenly we were 2-1 down, and to be honest, I didn't think we'd come back from it.
Just look at the expressions on England faces and the reaction in the crowd.
It was one of those you thought, we can't lose to this team. Yeah, we love them, they're great, but we can't lose to them, can we?
They needed to summon the glorious spirit and courage that has run through the veins of Englishmen, from Agincourt to Waterloo and the Battle of Britain. So, Gary Lineker fell over in the box.
Never a more vital penalty for England.
I remember Gary saying to me, he'd never felt pressure like it.
It's all square! And suddenly the expressions change.
And in extra time, Lineker fell over again.
Thankfully, I think it was Lineker, wasn't it? He scored the penalties and got through that one.
England are in the semi-final.
That really was a relief when we actually, the final whistle went.
Still to come, tears.
Oh dear. Oh dear me.
Tantrums.
Skill from Garcia.
I lost the plot.
And the disappearing art of defending.
Terrible challenge by Masding.
There's a boot flying off. It feels like there's landmines going off everywhere.
Back in the 80s, it took a lot more to get sent off than it does today, which makes it all the more remarkable that Uruguayan Jose Batista still holds the proud record of being the fastest sending off in World Cup history. Just 56 seconds into their game against Scotland in 1986, Batista treated Gordon Strachan to a traditional and very warm Uruguayan welcome.
And there is a first indication of how the Uruguayans might be approaching this as Batista brings down Gordon Strachan, and there is a red card. He's off. Oh, what a start. Batista is off.
It was a shock because you used to, in those days, get away with it. The referee would normally have a wee word, and I think we were all shocked when the referee produced the red card.
Strachan's been tackled before. He was a bit of a terrier himself, but he looked dead. I mean, beyond dead. He was comatose, finished, out of the game. He tries to get up in that kind of cartoon way, that he tries to sit up and then he goes, back down again. All that was missing from the end of that clip was wah, 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 wah.
What a lift for Scotland as well, we felt. Great chance against 10 men.
And so it proved, as brave Scotland heroically battled against 10 men for almost the entire match and held on for a momentous 0-0 draw.
It gave Scotland a one-man advantage, which you knew we wouldn't take any advantage of whatsoever.
England, England, England.
Better than the Spice Girls.
Every time England qualify for a World Cup, there is one guarantee. We'll have a truly shocking World Cup song. Ooh, suits you, sir. However, in 1990, something truly disturbing happened. England's World Cup song was actually all right.
World Emotion from 1990, it's got to be the best World Cup song ever, right?
World Emotion is still a great song now. I still get stirred up now. It's an incredible song. It cheers you up. You can't be depressed listening to that song. You could sort of dance to it. It was sort of quite cool. Love's got the world in motion. It was all a bit hands in the air, kind of the terraces, meet ecstasy culture. So the timing of it was fantastic.
New Order, helped by Lily Allen's dad, he's the slightly odd-looking bloke on the right, wrote the record and England stars were all clamouring to take part. Well, 6 of them were anyway.
Of the 22 players, only 6 of us went to do the song. The others were in the pub, didn't even turn up. Because we hadn't known it was going to be with New Order. We just thought, typically, in '86 we did a song and we did an album and it's like, here we go, arms around each other, which was rubbish. And we thought it was going to be that. So when the 6 of us got there, we then saw these other people and we thought, who are these people here doing our song? And then that's when we found out it was, you know, New Order. Their song, we're in it, but it's New Order song, which is a legitimate pop group.
And one ingredient of the song made it a surefire winner.
John Barnes, to be honest, giving a masterclass on how to rap.
You got to hold and give, but do it at the right time. You can be slow or fast, but you must get to the line.
Jay-Z still watches that every time before he goes on a big stage, apparently.
I think we should bring that back. I want to see Wayne Rooney spit some bars. That's what I want to see.
It's a catchy tune, and every time I go anywhere now, people say, do the rap, so.
Can you do the rap?
Of course I can. You got to hold and give, but do it at the right time. You can be slow or fast, but you must get to the line.
Yeah, John, we're all right, thanks.
Defend and attack.
Imagine breaking a World Cup record by scoring 5 goals in one game, but not even being the biggest shock of the match.
It is now 5-1, and Salenko has written himself into World Cup history.
Well, that's what happened to Russian Oleg Salenko in 1994, when he was upstaged by the king of the corner flag swingers, our old mate, our very old mate, Roger Milla.
I loved Roger Milla. For 2 World Cups, he just captivated all of us.
By scoring Cameroon's consolation goal, he became the oldest goal scorer in World Cup history. Age, 42 years, 1 month.